We was in the huddle. I say, Fitz, you ever made a comeback? And I said, let's get one right now. Boom, like that, it happened.
Fitzpatrick fires. Oh, caught! Steve Johnson, touchdown, Buffalo!
Bills were down 17 points at halftime.
Yeah, second half, we went crazy as an offense.
Stevie Johnson, touchdown! Touchdown! Stevie Johnson again! And the Buffalo Bills have exploded.
Just so happened, it ended up being a why so serious game.
We are reliving the greatest moments in Buffalo Bills history through the eyes of the Bills legends who created them. This is Bills Legends Breakdown, powered by Microsoft Teams. I'm Steve Tasker, and I'm pleased to be joined by Bills legendary wide receiver, Stevie Johnson. It was Week 11, 2010. Bills were down 17 points at halftime. It's 31-14. Now, I was in the booth for CBS, so I called the game from the booth, but I wasn't in the locker room. So you guys get in the locker room. What was it like headed in there when you were down 17 points?
We was all competitive. Fitz came in there, got us fired up. Our receiving group, Donald Jones, he was active. I think he broke a screen that game and got us ignited. And, guys just came out and we were focused. But it started with Fitz coming at us, and it was something different for the team.
So after Fitz talked to you, what was it like coming out of that? You're down 17 points, you're on the road. Were you like thinking, okay, we can get back in this, or the defense can shut them out? What was the vibe coming out of the locker room?
No, it was different, as if we wasn't even thinking about the score. It was just, we got a guy at quarterback that's fired up, and we want to ride with him. So let's go out there and see what happens. And he said he was going to give us opportunities, and we took advantage of them.
All right, so this second half thing, it gets underway, and first thing comes, it's like 3rd and 7 at the Bengals, deep in the Bengals territory. It's the 28 of the Bengals, and you're out in a bunch formation, and you're in the outside receiver set, and they come with a blitz, and Fitz finds you.
Yeah, so the main thing that I seen was the safety play, and I knew it was a zone, and in that sense, when you know it's a zone, you don't really run your route to the fullest of the speed, So, I just found my hole, got past the cornerback, and Fitz put it there. That was one of those things that you work on at practice.
And one of these things that happens in these plays, you kind of knew where the void was going to be. You got there, you turned around immediately, and the ball was already on its way, right?
Exactly, and it was all just from, pre-snap recognition and seeing how far that safety was playing, understanding that, okay, he must be in some type of cover too, and with no threat to the flat, I just took time for it and let that DB take Donald right there, and, the hole was perfect.
So you get the ball back again, and now you're still trailing 31-28. It's early in the fourth quarter. It's a 2nd and 10, and you're down deep. You're at their 11-yard line, and Fitz was starting to feel it.
Yeah, he definitely was feeling it. This was an amazing pass right here. I feel like I could have closed up more of the cushion, but when it comes down to it in the games, you kind of read off player tendencies and what you see on film, and they wasn't really aggressive corners, and we knew that. So it was just mostly about quarterback putting the ball in the right place, and me being able to adjust and get it, and that was perfect example right here.
Fitz threw this almost right at the defender when he threw it, and then you turned around the outside of the defender. His back was to the ball when it was there, and really he dropped it right over the guy's shoulder.
Yeah, and that's just a product of not being physical as a DB, and not to pick on this guy, but me being a coach, I know how it feels to be a receiver and getting past a DB. So when a receiver and a quarterback know that a DB isn't physical, we can do pretty much anything we want with them, and that's a great example right there.
So now there's just under 12 minutes to play. Now you're up 35-31. It's a 1st and 10 play on the Bengals 32. And you come out of a run formation, and then you snap off another big play.
Yeah, on this play, once again, we know that the teams is pretty much playing zone, and they go pass off. So once again, you're not really running fast to get to your spot. You just waiting for your hole to open up, and that's another product of that, just finding your hole.
That had to feel really good coming back to the sidelines, knowing not only did you come back, but you put them away.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely felt good. And, it felt like a great team win because everybody played a part in it. The running game was on, quarterback was on, and all the receivers was hitting also. So everything was clicking, and it was good for us.
Why so serious? Hey,
Just have fun, man.
What's the story behind Why So Serious, the T-shirt?
All right, the personal story was, me as a kid, I grew up watching T.O. and then, learning my route skills and my concepts from Ocho Cinco. And, they called themselves Batman and Robin. So, me being the handle biz, have fun kid in the league, I've decided to come out and be the Joker, and just so happened it ended up being a Why So Serious game because we ruined the day for Batman and Robin at the time, who was T.O. and Ocho.
And that was kind of a big deal. It was kind of cool. It was a national story. It was very cool. You guys playing off each other on different teams. Did it change anything for you having a game like that with a T-shirt ready to go and the team coming back in the second half? Did that change anything for you in your career or the way you were perceived by people?
Yeah, definitely. It was good and bad because, then they began to, kind of take it as far as me being only for celebrations, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of look past, the work to get there. But that comes with the territory when you out there like that, as the type of player that I was. So, it's nothing to really complain about.
When you think back about this game, what's the first thing that first vision that comes to your mind?
We was in the huddle. I say, Fitz, you ever made a comeback? And he was talking to me about, I almost had one when I played for the St. Louis Rams. And I said, let's get one right now. And he was like, let's go. And boom, like that, it happened.
That's awesome. Those are the kind of things you never forget, man. It's awesome to hear about.
Indeed. Thank you.